friends, today I'm going to show you how to do a running stitch, and we're going to sew this pocket. So I have a small sheet of fabric-like paper on top of a half sheet of white paper, and I've taped it at the bottom. At the beginning or on the left side of your pocket, you're going to see a teeny tiny little hole. That hole is going to help us keep our yarn in place whenever we are sewing our pocket to the paper. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check out my yarn. So everyone will have a piece of yarn like this, okay? So I have a knot in the end of my yarn. One end has a knot, one end does not. You're actually going to start your sewing with this end, okay? So you're going to take this little piece here, and it's got a little hard plastic piece on here to help you get through the holes. If you were doing this at home, you could take a piece of yarn and wrap a piece of tape around it and do the same thing. But I'm going to find that little hole on the back of my paper, and I'm going to stick this through. So it needs to go through your white paper and your little fabric pocket. So then I'm going to pull this. I'm going to pull it, pull it, pull it, and you'll see that that knot stops my yarn from coming through the hole. So that's why Miss Raven has that knot there. Now, for the sewing part, we've got ourselves started. All right, so now I'm going to always use the end, the other end of this yarn. I'm going to take my yarn and I'm going to make it go down through the hole, okay? And then I'm going to pull. It's a pattern. I go down and I pull. And then I'm going to go up and I pull. All right? Then I'm going to go down and I pull. Okay? Now let me show you what happens if we mess up. So let's say that I just went down right here and then I decide I'm going to go down again. Let me show you what that looks like. Oh, I went off the side of my sewing project and I don't want to come over here for this project. So I'm going to just pull this back out. So I can pull it back out. If I went down into the hole on this one, then I know I'm going to go up through the hole on the next one. And then what's next in my pattern? Down, and then I pull, and then I'm going to go up and I pull, and that helps me round the corner. Down, and I pull, and then I'm going to go up and I pull. All right, now here's what happens if I don't pull. So let's say I just go this far, and then I go this far, and then I go this far, and I'm doing good, but I'm not pulling my string. What happens is I've got this big, huge piece hanging over here that I don't even know what to do. I don't know what to do with this. So I'm gonna pull this back out, and I'm gonna make sure that I pull. I'm gonna pull this down, all right, and then I'm gonna go up and pull, down and pull, up and pull, down and pull, up and pull, down and pull, up and pull, down and pull. All right, and now I'm completely done sewing all the way around the bottom of my pocket. I'm not going to do the top because it's a pocket, okay? All right, a pocket, you're able to slide things into it. So I'm going to just take my yarn, and I'll help you guys do this when we're in the classroom. But I'm just going to take the yarn, and I'm going to take a little piece of tape, and I'm going to tape this for you. We're going to tape it where it doesn't move. And then snip, and your pocket is all ready. The knot's going to hold it in on this side, okay? So now we have our pocket ready. And now we can decorate the top part of the pocket. Now, in class, we read the story, There's a Wocket in My Pocket. So I can design my wocket however I like. I'm just going to use my black marker. In the story, there's some different creatures you see. You see a nookcase in the bookcase and all kinds of things. So I can invent my own creature or my own character, but I'm going to make it look like that character is hanging out of the pocket. So I'm just going to come up here. I'm going to do a silly hand. and I'm just thinking about this while I'm drawing it. I don't really have any other idea what I want to do yet. So, let me think for a second. Oh, I know. I think I'm going to make mine kind of silly. Mine's going to have 3 eyes. I tried to make it look like he's facing this way. He's got a little tongue. He is kind of silly. All right, so my Wocket doesn't really look the same as the Wocket in the pocket in the book, but you can design your own Wocket and make your Wocket look however you'd like. He can be silly, he can have extra arms, but after you're done drawing, then you can add color. You can also draw it with a pencil first to make sure that you've got it exactly like you want it. So I'm just gonna add a few little colors with my crayons. Remember that whenever you're adding color, make sure that you're doing it nice and neatly. Whoop, my wrapper came off, that's okay. All right, I'm just not gonna make sure that I don't scribble. I don't wanna color inside the eyes. I like to keep the eyes white. If you have time, you could decorate the outside part. You could even include more than one Wocket in your pocket. But the first thing I want you to do is try to get your sewing part done. If you need help from Miss Raven and I'm trying to help someone else, you could work on drawing your Wocket with a pencil while Miss Raven is coming around and helping people with their sewing part. Hopefully you'll be able to get it. Remember, we're gonna go through the teeny tiny little hole first, and then we're gonna go around with our pattern. Up and pull, down and pull, up and pull, down and pull. All right, that's kind of cute. I like him. All right, I'm gonna use some green. So just have fun with this, friends. And I can't wait to see what kinds of Wockets that you put in your nicely sewn pockets.